All right, hey, this is day 3 of my challenge. It also happens to be voting day, and I just finished voting, and I was so excited to vote today. I wasn't last night or in the months prior, but I woke up excited. I just felt like there's a shift in the air. Something is changing, and I already tried doing this video a couple of times, and I ended up deleting them. And I guess I want to connect with people, but it seems like the things that I'm passionate about are the things that are so divisive. Passionate, first and foremost, about Yahweh and his son Yeshua. Passionate about walking in intimacy with him. Passionate about small business. Passionate about giving our nation a chance to get back to where it's supposed to be. And I'm proud to have voted for Trump. Proud. I knew back in 2012, in the days of Twitter, when Twitter used to be fun, I was following a Twitter thread and participating in it. And it was a day that I happened to be following Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump at that time. More for fun and because I was watching their reality show. And while I didn't necessarily, he didn't necessarily have the personality I thought he was very rough. I would have, and probably would be, terrified to meet him. He was really hard on people, but he was also really soft. Kind of like Simon Cowell. He was really hard on people, but he's also, if you pull that back, he's a very compassionate person. But Trump is a very compassionate person. And if you truly look at him without the prejudice and the propaganda of the media, you will see a very compassionate man. That's what I saw back in 2012 when I was watching his TV show. And I remember the day he asked on Twitter, should I run for president? And instantly I knew in my spirit that he was supposed to. I knew it. No question. And I participated in that thread. I was like, absolutely, yes. You should. I just know it. You're supposed to be in there. So I have voted for him, and I've been very proud to vote for him. And I'm proud again today to vote for him. And I know I never say this publicly because it's so divisive and it really triggers a lot of people. And I really hesitated in even mentioning it in one of my videos because I want people to follow me for a host of things. But at the same time, my channel is going to be, it's about me, and it's about sharing things that I'm learning and sharing things that I'm passionate about. So it'd be silly to not even mention this. So I was really proud today to come out and vote. Are the votes going to be stolen? I don't know. There's no question, zero question. I have done so much research on 2020, 0% question in my mind that 2020 was stolen. It was 100% stolen, no question. And if you do just an hour's worth of research, you'll realize that. Do I think it's going to happen again? Up until last night, yes. I was going to come vote, but I was like, it's going to be stolen because I didn't think they'd really done enough to address that issue. But I woke up this morning really excited because I was like, you know what? Something has shifted in the air. I don't know what it is. And the truth is, I want the truth. No matter what happens, I want the truth exposed. So if it's not stolen, I hope 2020 is exposed. Either way. If it is stolen, I hope that the people who have the power and the authority to do something about it, do something about it. That's what I want. I want truth. Don't you want truth? If I am wrong, I want to know I'm wrong. I think that's the thing. If I'm deceived, I want to know I'm deceived. So I often pray almost every single day. Actually, I do every single day. Lord, show me where I'm deceived. I pray from Ephesians. Open my eyes so I can see, open my ears so I can hear, give me a heart that understands. And I also pray because I know that the end times are marked by the spirit of deception. And so I'm like, Lord, show me where I'm wrong and where I'm deceived. And I think if every single person had the humility to pray that prayer every day, I think this world would be very different. So anyway, all that to say is, well, I don't talk politics, but really politics, what is politics? It has to do with our life, but I'm not going to get on here and do political stuff. I hate arguing. I hate it. It's unfruitful for the most part. There can be, but honestly, anymore, it's not. It's just a bunch of people who are stuck in their views and they're yelling and screaming at each other and they don't hear each other. So that's why I don't like to participate in it. But I will talk about life and godliness, which is what Unveiled says. My podcast is Unveiled, Life and Godliness. And part of life are the things that are addressed in politics. So I value life. I fight for life. I fight for freedom. I fight for the value of individuals. I fight for people to be able to accept who they are as God made them. I reject the lies of the enemy. I reject the lies that tell people they should be dissatisfied with who they are and change who they are. I reject the lies of the enemy that people should be victims forever, that they should somehow frame and prop up on a pedestal their victimhood. We all have rough lives. Every single person has trauma in their life. We've just glorified it, which is grievous and gross to me, honestly. How dare you say that your pain is more important than someone else's pain? We all have pain in our lives. We all have pain that we have to work through. We all have pain and trauma and disappointments in our lives that we have to walk past. I don't care how perfect your family was or imperfect your family was. I don't care if you were an SA survivor or an abuse survivor and you think that your pain deserves more attention and than somebody else's who suffered something else. You don't know my story. But I'm not stuck in my story either. And I'm not going to make someone else pay for my woundings. But I want to see you healed. I want to see me healed. When things rise up in me and I'm like, ooh, that has a bit of sting to it, that has a bit of a bite to it, that means there's some wounding inside of me that I need to deal with. And I will deal with it. I will forgive what happened and I will move forward. But I'm not going to change who I am. I am not going to demand that other people bow to me because I want to stay in my woundings. And to those who are confused and those who are angry and those who are demanding legislation to fit their agendas, I say, let's talk about your woundings and let's heal your woundings so that you can accept you. Because you are forcing people to accept a version of you that is not real. You are forcing a life to be ended because you are wounded and traumatized and victimized. And in exchange, you don't see it this way. You are going to traumatize, victimize, and end the life of an innocent human being because you are wounded. Or, in most cases, it's inconvenient. I don't stand for that. I don't support that. But I will support your healing. I will support your emotional, physical, spiritual healing and wholeness. I will support your peace, your shalom. I will support all of that. I want you to love you. I want you to be able to forgive the people that have hurt you. I want you to be able to see how you have hurt people and be able to forgive yourself and ask other people to forgive you. We have to remember that not only are we victims, but we are also victimizers. All of us hurt other people. All of us have been hurt by others. So we can either stay in this circle, this cycle of hurting and stewing and staying in our pain and embracing our pain like a blanket, or we can let go of it and walk into peace and wholeness and compassion, and to realize that we have redefined compassion and love. And it is done because lies have been whispered in our ears by the enemy of our souls. And we have to realize that we have an enemy, and he's very real, and he is taking so much delight in destroying our lives and our country. And I want to see people set free and walk in wholeness and peace. All right, that's my thoughts for today. See you tomorrow.